Hello, gorgeous soul. Wow, May is very intense. It starts off with that lunar eclipse in Scorpio, which is so full on and brings us to a peak of all this eclipse season where we're dealing with the past, letting go of our shadows, moving on and finding our power. On top of that, we have Jupiter, the planet of good fortune, the planet of expansion, going into Taurus. So we're looking at what makes us safe, where we can build and where we're going. It's a brand new world. Here's your monthly astrology. Oh my goodness, Scorpio, where do I begin with the intensity of this month? It kicks off on day one with Pluto, your ruler, going retrograde, going backwards. I mean, it's a very slow moving planet, as you know. But there may be, in fact, a lot of this month is you reflecting and thinking and dealing with stuff so that you can be free to transform your relationships mid-month. With Pluto going retrograde, it's making you think about issues to do with your home and family. You may be really plotting, planning, or suddenly wake up feeling that there needs to be a deep change in one of those areas. It's very, very full on. But of course, I think one of the main bits of news for you is this full moon in Scorpio, lunar eclipse, obviously in your sign on the 5th of May. Now, how was that new moon in Aries a few weeks ago? Have you been in a state of turmoil, transformation, change? This full moon is making you look at everything that's hidden, things that you're denying to yourself, but in your heart need to change or be addressed. So it might feel like really intense, depending on how honest you are with yourself. I mean, if you kind of already started working with these things during this eclipse season, it'll be a kind of final revelation that frees you very easily. If you've still been avoiding it, it may be like, whoa, quite an intense revelation. But ultimately, the good news is, once you've gone through it, that's it. It's onwards, forwards. Everything's been revealed. You can work on it, empower yourself, and you have all the answers you need for the next stage. But be very, very gentle with yourself on that moon. We're still in Mercury retrograde as well. A lot of intensity in the air. But ultimately, it brings you freedom. Now, Venus, the planet of love, is shifting signs and going into your adventure zone. So you'll feel it. Well, even if you're not feeling it, there may be travel with a lover or a friend that you really care for. But you're sort of traveling around people that make you feel great and excited and adventurous. So there is a sprinkling of that in the air. Now, your relationships are really going to be shifting and changing, and some surprises coming your way. If you're single and you're looking for love, this could be the year that you meet somebody extremely significant. If you're in a relationship, it's going to be like, okay, where's this relationship going? How can we evolve it? And if it's not right for you, you'll have the confidence to let it go. Certainly, there's lots of information around relationships coming up for you this month. If you're, celibate or not interested in relationships, it's still your one-to-one relationships with other people. All the people that you're close to, that you have close communication with, and how they benefit our life. Other people that we're that close to are quite contagious. What they're going through, or their belief system, and who they are, we really kind of take that into our own being, and it changes our life. So it's important who we have around us as those people that we are intimate with. You will be feeling extremely optimistic about your relationships, though, when Jupiter goes into Taurus. Mercury stops being retrograde as well on the 15th of May. So if you've had any problems with your intimate partnerships, there should be a very positive change by the time we get to the 16th of May. And it just gets better and better. Also, there's that new moon in Taurus, which is in your relationship zone, your partnership zone. And with Jupiter in Taurus, it is the best time ever for you to do some manifesting in those areas, if that's what you're interested in. Like no other time ever. So make sure you really pay attention on that new moon as well as the full moon, because they are life-changing moons for you and packed with potential for your future. And you just got to be open to it, you know. It's all about being open to the changes that are coming. Don't be resistant. This is such a powerful, karmic, intense, because the South Node in Scorpio as well is talking about who you were in the past, who you want to be in the future, and what you need to work on to do that. Now, Mars is going into your career zone on the 20th, where you are able to really push ahead with some of your ideas, and your passion is really put into your career. If you're not working, or you're retired, or you're not interested in that part of it, it's whatever you believe in, whatever you're putting your energy into that's out there in the world, you have a strength to do it more. With the sun going into Gemini, you are feeling quite charismatic and quite mysterious. What's new? But you are observing rather than partaking, and you're thinking about coming into your power. And that sun in Gemini helps you feel more powerful and step through into that vibe. This is, well, there couldn't be a more important month. This is probably the most important month of the year for you, without doubt, in fact. So do something with it. There is a portal and a doorway into the future with this particular new moon and full moon. Take care, gorgeous, and I'll speak to you soon. So why do we at Michele Knight give you a 5-minute, no questions asked guarantee? Well, our psychics are some of the very best in the world. They are handpicked. They have 5 rigorous test readings, the final one with me, and I require very detailed information, things they couldn't possibly know just by looking at Google or social media. We want you to be totally blown away by your reading, to feel that you've chosen a psychic who you can bond with, who gets you and gives you such specific information you feel completely reassured. If this doesn't happen within the first 5 minutes, don't be shy, just put down the phone and your minutes will be topped up or refunded. Your reading should be uplifting, full of clarity and advice, and leave you empowered to make the right decisions for you. We want Michele Knight to be your spiritual home.